Today we are going to build this. Now the way I like to start these projects is I normally take a piece of paper and draw out what I want the lamp base to look like. I normally use paper and a pencil, so if you do any mistakes you can easily erase it and redo it so you get the perfect shape that you want. Once I got the rough shape done, I went back with the pencil and I refined it to exactly what I wanted. Next, I took scissors and cut out the shape from the paper. Then I took a slab of wood that I had previously cut and took the piece of paper, laid it on the board, and traced out the shape onto the piece of wood. Then I simply cut out the shape on the bandsaw. Okay, so now that we have this whole thing cut out, to sand it, what I did was I took a metal rod, duct taped a piece of sandpaper to it, and put my drill press on the highest speed. It's a little scary, but it works actually really well. So I'm probably not going to show you the entire process of me sanding this thing, because it's probably going to take me a really long time to get in every corner of this thing. So I'm probably just going to show you the highlights, which is not that much. Okay, so now that I got it all sanded and it's all perfectly smooth, next thing you need to do is make a base for it, and I have this piece of slab, and I milled it down almost to the width that I want it to be. Now all I gotta do is just figure out how big the thing should be. It would look a little weird if the base was smaller than this thing, but yeah, so just next step is just figure out the size of the base and then cut it out. Okay, so now that I cut it to size, I want to mill it, so therefore it is not so thick. Right now it's like 2 inches. I want to make it like an inch. So basically just cut this thing in half. I would take my bandsaw, just put it like that, and do that, but I wouldn't get a perfect cut because my bandsaw sucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hand planer and just plane it down. It's going to take forever, but it'll get the job done. Okay, so now that I got the base all done, I got it to the size I want, I rounded off the corners. This is what it looks like all together. Looks pretty cool. Looks kind of like a snake, which is cool. So yeah, went to a thrift store, bought a cheap ugly lamp, and all I really need is hardware and whatever this thing is. So don't really need that. So they didn't have any lampshades that were not destroyed, so I'm probably gonna have to go to a store and buy brand new lampshades. Lampshades are not too expensive, but they're not cheap either. So I got this thing for like $3 or something. I don't know, or $7.50, somewhere around there. So yeah, all I gotta do is just, that was easy, undo these wires, pull this cord out, and take off the hardware. So Simple enough. Okay, so now that I pulled off all the hardware off the lamp that I needed, next step is to figure out a way to attach the main piece, actually this is the main piece, the bottom, to the top, so therefore it won't fall off. Now what I normally do with lamps is I take my bandsaw and cut it down the middle, and then cut a groove on the inside going the entire length, and then glue it back together. Therefore I can weave the electrical cord inside the thing, therefore you don't see it. But with this one, it's such a complex and hard shape that it would be literally impossible for me to do that. So I'm just gonna what I'm gonna do is I have this, which the bottom piece threads onto here. The electrical cord goes in the center. I take a drill bit, drill in the center of this thing, and then I thread this down there. What I'm going to do is, instead of going all the way through, I'm just going to drill a hole as deep as I can, and then drill a hole in the back, so the cord will go down and out the back, and then I'll go straight down, drill a hole on the base, halfway through it, and then out the back. So you're going to see the cord, but it's not going to be too big a deal. So, and I can't fit this, to make sure I drill this perfectly straight, I cannot fit this in my drill press. So I gotta do it manually, and hope to God I don't screw it up, because I only have one shot at this. You know what? I'm gonna drill a pilot hole. A lot smarter idea. Alright. Okay, because this side has a much better grain pattern, this is gonna be the front, so this is the back. Now I just gotta figure out where the hole needs to be drilled. Right there. Okay, I got the top hole and I got the side hole, or the hole in the back drilled. I decided to go with this as the front because this has a much cooler grain pattern. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it. It's really gonna stand out when I stain this thing. But yeah, especially right here. That's really cool. So next step is flip this around. Figure out exactly where this is gonna go, and then find out exactly right. I'm probably gonna put it right there, so therefore the hole needs to be somewhere right there. Right there. Oh, they drifted. Damn it. Okay, my other camera died, so I'm switching now to my GoPro. So I got the holes drilled, and all I really need to do is clean them up with sandpaper. And next thing is just simple enough. Glue this down to the base. Simple enough. You can see that? Yeah, I can see that. That is way too much glue. Hang on. Okay, now just leave that for a couple hours. Okay, so now that this thing is glued onto the base, what we got to do to strengthen it is take this wooden dowel and take a drill bit, drill 2 holes that go up through the base and into this piece, and then take the dowels, shove them up there with glue, just to add more strength to this thing. Because right now, if I just kept it like this, just with glue holding it on, it probably wouldn't last that long. If you drop it, it's gonna crack off. Okay, so now we're back with my other camera, and so I drilled these holes and I put these dowels in here, and the glue dried. Now all we got to do is sand it smooth and sand all this old glue off. Okay, so we got it sanded, we got it glued together, and next thing to do is to stain it. I'm using this stain. Can you see that? Barely. Yeah. Whatever. So, using this. Now, if you don't have a paintbrush, which I don't, this works just as well. It's just a wooden dowel with an old sock that I cut up and zip tied to the wooden dowel. This works just as fine. You don't want to put too much on because then it just starts running. I think this is like a stain and like weatherproofing or whatever. Finishing. What is this stuff? Stain and polyurethane. So seals in the wood too, which is nice. Man, this stuff stinks. Alright, is that all Nope, I'm totally missed right here. Alright, I believe. Let me make sure. Yep, that's all the base. Alright. Now we just let it dry for a good couple hours. Okay, so now that the stain and lacquer dried, it almost dried, now all I gotta do is put on the hardware. Okay, it is done. I really like it. I ended up going to Walmart and finding these cheap lampshades for like 12 bucks each, and bought a couple of them, and I really like it. I don't know, the one thing I don't like about it is it's pretty like glossy and it kind of looks a little fake. But I'm probably not gonna use this again. I'm probably gonna. I heard of boiled linseed oil. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's supposed to work better than whatever that stuff is. So I don't know, but it still is pretty cool. I like the wood grain and just everything. So yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe, and have a nice day.